Hi students, welcome to the last video lecture for this week. And this is, we're just going to look at some tips for when you're creating your XML and your XSLT files. So before you get started to create an XML file from scratch, the first thing you want to do is make a plan for your data structure. So you want to know what your root's going to be, what the children are going to be, and if you have any sub-children. So this is that tree structure that we talked about. So creating XML, XSLT, you'll use an XML editor, and again, I mentioned this earlier that we're going to be using the Oxygen XML editor because it's actually cool. It's easy to validate the XML in the editor. And it also helps to find and fix mistakes with the formatting that you may not see. And it has multiple editing tools. So there's some common XML errors. If you have mismatched tags, because you are creating these tags, there may be some typos. And as you've seen with HTML, usually it's a typo that you're missing. And XML is really picky about that. So just make sure if you get an error, but the Oxygen will help you locate where those errors might be. So also improperly nested tags. Browsers are much more forgiving with HTML if your nesting is off, but with XML it needs to be properly nested. So when you're using the DTDs, check for element name matching. Make sure that they match everywhere in the file, and look to see if there's an element required when you need to make it optional. And if the DDT specifies just one instant of an element or many, that's often that's something you need to check. And also to check and see if the elements are in the right order. When using the XSDs, the schema is a little trickier, especially when you're new to XML, but these same checks apply to them as well. When you're using XSLT, check all of the above, and certainly your troubleshooting that you've learned in HTML and CSS will come in really handy, and you'll find that the more that you work with these different scripting languages, or markup languages, and programming even, you get better at the troubleshooting part of it. It just comes with more practice. So now I guess you're ready for your lab. Cool. Have fun with the lab. It's just to get your hands on the XML and XSLT and the DDT. So DTDs. So yeah, just try and have some fun with it. All right, cool. Bye.